Hi guys, this is France with a passion for life and style. And I was just thinking about something that I wanted to share that will probably be able to help you or someone that you know. So, when I was younger, I was afraid of apparently everything, bugs and animals and things that flew around. And so my family spent a lot of time trying to protect me from these things. And again, let's just go forward. And so there was a time, let's see, when there was a wasp, and it was flying around, and it must have went into a tree, and for some reason it ended up with in contact with my hand, and I thought I'd been bitten until I screamed so loud that you could hear it throughout the neighborhood. And of course, to this day, did it actually ever bite me, or was I just like totally freaking out? I mean, I wonder. And then there was another time when I was at a party when I was older, and I still had this thing in my mind that I was afraid of animals. So I went to a party, and there was a little bitty dog there. And in my mind, I'm thinking that I'm afraid of animals. And so, in my desire to keep away from the dog, as now I know how it works, I was drawing the dog apparently to me, and I ended up getting nipped. I don't think I was actually bitten, but I was nipped on the leg. And I was just, I was thinking about these things and how what we believe is so tangible that it creates these incidents in our lives where we're actually drawing things to us that, may not have even been on the way to us. We're just drawing it like a magnet. And so now that I realize this, and this has happened, oh my gosh, I want to say 10, 12 years ago, I was sitting at someone's house, and I guess I had just started to realize about how energy works. But I was just sitting there, and I actually always liked cats, so I can't imagine how I was actually ever afraid of them, but I was told that I was afraid of animals, so, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm sitting at these people's houses, and the cat is in my lap at this point, by the way, sound asleep. And someone looked down at me and said, France, what's going on? And I'm like, what are you talking about? They looked down, and the dog was asleep on my feet. I didn't even realize it because, we were talking and everything. And I always call that my Dr. Doolittle moment. But I didn't really understand how drawn animals were actually drawn to me. There was apparently, at the time I didn't realize it, there was a calmness about me, I believe. There was an energy that they were drawn to. And so as a child, and even as a young adult, I had no idea about all this energy things. And so it's just interesting how the way you see things can be so colored by what you're told. And so sometimes if you hear things a lot, they can change the way you respond to your environment. And so now that I know and I can work with it, and I was actually telling someone today how now that I realize that it's energy, and it's like now that it's calmed down so much, the dogs don't even pay me any attention anymore. If they snuggle my leg, that's interesting, and then they're on their way. But most of the time we have this weird thing where they'll literally just look at me and keep on going like, heh. And so and I'm noticing it because I see the contrast with when I was younger. My idea about it now is I'm cool with them, they're cool with me, no big deal. Where before it was like, oh my gosh, if he comes near me, I'm gonna get bit. I was so afraid. But so just think about this in your life. What are you afraid of? What are you giving energy to that maybe you just need to shift it to make it better, to make it different, to make it more you. So, well, that's my little story for the day. I hope you guys got something out of it, and I will talk to you again real soon. Thanks.